This is a CS2 Vertigo Essential Smokes guide where I show you the must-know Vertigo smokes for Premier Matchmaking and FACEIT games. By learning these smokes, Vertigo will be easy for you. I put a lot of hours into making this, so please give the video a like and make sure to subscribe. The first important smoke that you need to know on the T side is the Ivy top yellow smoke. Go ahead and stand in this corner on the beam, and you're going to look at this part here where it meets the wall, the yellow beam, then go ahead and jump through. And you're going to see that smoke lands right here. And the purpose of this smoke is that it's going to prevent the CTs, especially if there's an AWPer on that side, to peek down ramp at the start of the round. Towards ramp, you're going to want to throw this smoke 90% of the rounds or some type of ramp smoke. This is exertion smoke. So when he comes around the corner, when he spots this line here, he's going to aim above it. Then he's going to run forward and left click throw. So let me back up and show you what it looks like in real time. So after I throw the smoke, I'm going to use this smoke to get into gap or yellow. And then this smoke allows me to play behind it. If I get flash, I can tuck under. And then this smoke also gives me a one-way to spot towards crane or towards top yellow or ivy. As you see from the CT's POV, it's super hard to see if there is any T's behind that cover of the smoke. The more standard T ramp smoke that you'll see pro teams throwing is this one here from some Pious. Go ahead and stand there, and then you're going to aim right of this arrow, then left click throw. This smoke will land towards the upper part of ramp, leaves a gap here towards the right on purpose to allow your teammates or yourself to go ahead and lurk behind the cover of this smoke. Any CTs that might go for this aggro peek towards down bottom ramp from crane might get caught off guard. From the CT's POV, it makes it very hard for them to take ramp control because they don't know who is behind this smoke, as you can see. Do you have a lot of skins just laying around and collecting dust? Those ugly skins could be upgraded using today's sponsor, Skins Monkey, a CS2 skins trading site. First, select your skins you don't want, then pick out the skins you do want, essentially upgrading your skins. You can also buy CS2 skins with a 35% total deposit bonus if you use code NART. And I'm also giving you a free $5 by using code NART. Use the link in the description to get your new skins. This next smoke you might find useful and could use in your games. So this is the A ramp lurk smoke. Go ahead and stand next to the sandbag, aim bottom right of that thing there on the wall. And then what this smoke allows you to do is go to the platform with the cover of smoke to get behind sandbag. CTs will not be able to spot you crossing into sandbags. This smoke has been used multiple times in CSGO Pro matches. You definitely make a solo play in your matches using this smoke. Next up is the standard A smoke wall, left and right A side smokes. This is the most common smoke wall that you're going to see that originated from CSGO, still used a lot in CS2. For the left side smoke, go ahead and stand at this sandbag, and you're gonna look for this yellow bar, and where the vertical and the horizontal bar meet, at that point, that's where you're going to jump throw. Now, this is going to land behind the default here towards the left side. As for the right side smoke, just get along this wall. The position doesn't really matter. It's a very forgiving smoke. You can either aim there, aim here. Does not matter as well. All you have to do is left click throw it off this white wall, and with the spread of the smokes, it's going to give you full cover. A new meta smoke in CS2 is this one smoke wall on the A site. If you have only one smoke left, go ahead and stand at the sandbag here, then aim there, walk forward, and jump throw. This smoke will cover both the left and right side, leaving no gaps. The other A take that you could do is by smoking off elevator and connector. Go ahead and stand at this part of the sandbag, put your crosshair where this wall meets the beam, then walk one step forward and jump throw. This smoke will land here, blocking off the CTs from mid rotation. The other way that I've seen pros throwing the elevator smoke is you're going to stand at the bottom of this upper ramp. You're going to look for these 2 points, so where the middle beam meets this top of the wall. That's where you're going to aim, then you're going to run forward and left click throw. Now the smoke does extend out just a little bit like this, but it still covers it. If you don't want a set lineup, you could throw this smoke on the fly and on the run. You're just going to aim above the beam, and same thing, you're just going to eyeball it where it reaches the height of the white wall of the crane. Then run forward and left click throw. Let's go on to the B side, where I'm going to show you the B main lurk smoke, where you're going to aim here, then run forward and left click throw. So when you come around that wall, go ahead and do that. And this smoke is going to provide you protection here from top stairs. Also gives you a nice little one-way, as well as you can use it to cross, or you can use it to lurk through to stairs. Make sure you have some flashes from your teammates through the window. And it's going to make it super hard for the CTs to spot you with the cover of this smoke. The standard BXQ smokes involve these gen smokes, right and left gen, which I'm going to show you now. The right gen smoke is the easiest lineup in the game. Go ahead and crouch in front of the sandbag, remain crouched, put your crosshair on the corner of the box, Without moving your mouse, stand up, then left click throw. For the left B site generator smoke, go ahead and stand in front of this beam next to this rail. You are going to look for this circle on this part of the rail, afterwards left click throw. These wall smokes will give you safe passage to advance onto the B site without having to worry about CT in window. Here is a B site lurk smoke. Go ahead and stand in front of the beam next to this rail, aim top right of this thing that's sticking out, afterwards jump throw. The smoke will land front site as shown here. And what's the purpose of this smoke is going to allow you to safely come upstairs without being spotted from sight, so you can creep up towards the right or left side, and then from the CT side you're not able to spot the T's at all. Here's how you smoke mid. Go ahead and stand next to this box and you're going to put your crosshair as shown here. Then you're going to run forward and jump throw. In CS2 this smoke will cover fully mid, left to right, so it's not going to leave any gaps. Previously in CSGO, it does leave a gap towards the right side, but as you can see, there is no gaps, and then you can easily go towards the window side with the smoke. For the mid elevator smoke, go ahead and crouch behind this white board, remain crouch, and you're going to put your crosshair like this on this ramp. Then go ahead and W jump throw or pressure run throw bind while you are crouched still. You can throw this smoke from spawn, but honestly that's more used in a structured team play. For CT smoke, go ahead and stand next to this board and you're going to look for these 3 black marks and aim in between them, so in the middle of them, then left click throw. The smoke will land in the middle here towards the doorway. The smoke is going to leave no gaps for the CTs to spot you towards mid, even on top of this board here on the boost. They cannot see towards mid either. How to throw the bottom ramp smoke at the start of the round. Go ahead and stand next to this yellow thing and you're going to put your crosshair like this to the right of this thing and then move towards the right, and you're going to run forward along this wall. When you reach towards the end of it, that's when you're going to left click throw as you're running forward. It's very important that you don't move your mouse once you have that lineup that you're aiming to the right of that thing. 90% of the rounds in your matches for Premier and FACEIT pugs, you're going to most likely be throwing this smoke as it helps deny the information as well as take ramp control. Just be careful peeking from the top of the back platform because the T's can see over the smoke. With the ramp sandbag defensive smoke not working in CS2, this is the alternate version. Go ahead and stand in the back corner of sandbag, aim at the tip of the red, then go ahead and left click throw. This smoke will land on top of the ledge here and it's going to extend all the way down, delaying the T's ramp control. This smoke is usually thrown in the second phase of the round after the deep ramp smoke. Just be careful of yellow. The gap yellow smoke that's thrown at the start of the round inside elevators, go ahead and tuck yourself and stand in front of that wall slightly there at the edge of it, and then you're going to aim at this part using these reference points, left of that dot and then bottom of that tile on the roof there. This is while you're standing, left click throw. The smoke is going to bounce off the beam here and it's going to land bottom yellow. This smoke here is an alternate way to help and contest the ramp control from the T's, and it's a very high level smoke. You're most likely not going to use this in your FACEIT or Premier matchmaking. Stick with the ramp smoke. This next smoke is super strong. You can use this in your own gameplay. Some pros do in their matches. So basically at the start of the round when you're coming out of elevator towards A, you would bounce it off this wall and you would push through towards Ivy. This smoke allows you to peek the ramp side or hide towards 51. From the T's POV, you can see that the smoke fully extends all the way up, so they won't know if you actually come out or not. So how do you throw this smoke? So when you come around this corner, when you spot this beam, aim top left of the beam, run forward and left click throw. Try this play with an off peek towards ramp and it's super strong. Here's a defensive IV yellow smoke that you could throw from headshot. Go ahead and stand there, aim here at this thing, then go ahead and left click throw. The smoke lands on top of the scaffold, and the purpose of this smoke is it's going to allow your teammates to push out to 51 if they want to, or play defensively in Ivy, and then you'll see from the T's POV that the smoke is going to prevent them from pushing up. Here's a variation of the same smoke I showed previously. Just stand at headshot, aim here, then go ahead and jump throw. This smoke lands more towards Ivy and it does extend out, blocking off yellow, as you can see here. Compared to the previous smoke from the Dexter one, you can see that the smoke fully blocks off towards the end of Ivy. When you're facing an AXQ or if the T's are trying to come up ramp, throw this smoke in front of sight. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to push forward in front of the A smoke wall and you could play behind it. You could also re-aggress by going towards the left edge of the smoke. I'm going to show you two A retake smokes. The first one is for default. When you're towards heaven, stand next to this board. You're going to aim at the gap here between the crane and the wire, then go ahead and left click throw. This smoke is going to land here at default and it's going to give cover from the ramp side as well as the short side. The other A retake smoke you need to know is from inside elevator for short. Stand next to this workbench, look for this black line, and you're going to follow it up all the way till you reach the top of this white rail. Then left click throw. The smoke takes a bounce off the window, lands short, and it's going to fully cover short, making the T's useless in this position. If you're playing B, you need to know this smoke, which is the top stairs smoke. Go ahead and stand in this back left corner of sight. Aim at the top left of this generator on the square, then proceed to jump throw. The smoke will land on the top of the stair here, and what it does is it's a defensive smoke and it delays the T's from advancing. If the T's do try to push up, if they jump on top of this railing, they will not be able to see through to sight because of the smoke, but just note they can boost. If you're playing B, one really strong defensive B smoke is this one here, where you simply just throw it off this bottom left of the wall. And what it does is it's going to land right there, and it's going to allow you to push up in front of the right gen smoke thrown by the T's. That smoke will allow you to contest the site, and as you can see, this is very annoying for the T's to entry against. For a B retake smoke, go ahead and stand in front of this last beam and CT spawn. You're going to put your crosshair at this part of the beam, afterwards left click throw. This smoke will take away the vision from the T's from multiple positions, allowing you to push up and advance into sight to successfully retake. As you can see from stairs, you cannot spot sight, as well as this area here towards the white area. One play you have to be aware of is that the T's can jump on top of this sandbag. I am going to be covering all of the maps and making smokes guide for each of them, so make sure to check it out. Give the video a like if you find this video helpful, and make sure to subscribe for more CS2 guides.